Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the next concept which belongs to greedy algorithm, guys. So this is a optimal merge pattern, guys, or file sorting. So the concept here is, so assume that you are having two files with some number of lines. So now you want to combine both of them into a new file. Remember, I am not combining them internally. I am combining them into a new file. Okay, yes. So in this whole process, how many movements you will be doing? Like if there is a line here, line 1 and line 2. Similarly, line 1 and line 2 in file 2. So here you have created a new file, and how many operations? So this file you will take here, this file you will take here, this file you will take here, this file you will take here. So in that way, how many movements you are doing is the question here. And the question is optimal merge pattern. Means you want to do it in optimal steps, means it in minimum steps. Remember one more thing, I really forgot to say this, guys. So whenever you are applying greedy algorithm, you might be checking for global optimal or local optimal. I told you, right? Yes. So it might be maximum or minimum, guys. It is not only maximum or not only minimum. So it might be maximum or minimum depending on the study or depending on the case, guys. Okay. Yes. So now let us first go through the theory and then let us go through the problem. It's a really easy problem, and if it is given in your examination in GATE, feel that your paper is lucky, guys, because these kind of questions you will be seeing really rarely and everyone is going to solve. So whoever is having clear idea about merge patterns, they can solve it easily if they remember the concept. Okay, yes. So it is a method of determining merge pattern that takes a minimum number of computation time. So the time it should take is less. Okay, so here we calculate time with respect to the number of movements. Okay, yes. So when two files of a size n1 and n2 are merged together, we get a time, okay, sorted file of a size n1 plus n2. Okay, a simple logic is to combine the two small files into one and continue that process infinitely. So that is the logic here, guys. Now you got an idea, right? So it's quite simple, right? Yes. So assume that a question is given like a 10, 20, 30. Okay, so let us do two cases, guys, in which we take two minimum values and in other case you take two maximum values. Okay, yes. So let me start combining them. 10, 20, the two minimum values. So we got 30. So now I will be combining 30 with 30. I will get 60. Got it? Yes. Similarly, some other case, 10, 20, 30. Now I'll combine from maximum. So 30 and 20 I'll combine. I will get 50 as here. So again I'll combine 50 with 10. I will get 60. So now few of you might be saying that, okay, so is the answer 60 that the total number of movements? You are absolutely wrong, guys. So it is not 60. It is a 30 plus 60. Okay. Similarly here also 50 plus 60. So in simple words, if you are getting confused like how I am saying, so for combining these two, you took 30 steps, right? So 30 will be added, and to combine this 30 and 60, 30 and 30, you took 60 steps. So it will be 30 plus 60. Similarly here also. So if you are still confusing, just count the total of internal nodes, guys. Avoid the leaf nodes and do addition of internal nodes. That's it. So internal node is nothing but which is having a minimum of 1 children. That's it. Okay. So here the result is 90 and here the result is 110. So which is minimum? 90 is minimum. So which operation is minimum? From minimum to maximum is the logic here, right? Yes. So I think this question is asked twice or thrice, guys. It is very rarely seen in GATE, and if it is asked, feel that your paper is a bit lucky. Okay, yes. Okay, so the total movements here is 90, so we will be following this method only. So select the two smallest, add them. Select the two smallest, add them. Okay, yes. So if they are asking how many shifts we need, this will be the result, guys. The total movements you can say. But in some examinations, they want to confuse us. So instead of asking that, they will ask the comparisons, guys. So in simple words, comparisons do in this way. So here we have 30, right? So do 30 minus 1 plus 60 minus 1. So in this way. So whenever you are adding something, do minus 1 also. Because the last element, there is no need of comparison, right? So let us take a small example. So here we are having 1, 2. Here we are having 3, 4. So first you will compare these two. Which is maximum? So I'll done one comparison. I assumed 1 as minimum. Okay, 1 is done. So again I'll compare 2, 3. So 2 is minimum. I compared, done. So 3, 3. So at the end I got 4. So how many comparisons I'll do? I'll do always n minus 1, because the last element you can automatically push it. Why to check it? Which is maximum, right? Yes. So with that logic, you can say that number of comparisons will be n1 plus n2 minus n minus 1. Got it? Yes. So it's just a quite simple problem, but the only thing is you should have a clear idea, guys. Okay, yes. So I hope everyone got a clear idea on this. So in the next lecture, let us discuss the concept of a knapsack problem, guys. Okay, yes. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos like this. Thank you.